Oh,
I hate you.
each time I do that, Chewy gets a little scared.
I know.
And it breaks my heart.
Every time.
What's up, everyone? It's Dan.
And Mike Bo. Welcome back to ISAtv.
We're here today with the lovely actress slash model slash singer slash Miss Arden Cho.
Woo!
Hi.
And her lovely dog, Chewy.
Chewy.
So today I'm actually really excited to talk to Arden about this. Arden and I were kind of chatting a little bit a couple days ago actually about this idea that Teen Wolf is actually a pretty progressive show for Asian Americans that a lot of Asian Americans actually don't really realize. So today we wanted to showcase exactly how Teen Wolf is a revolutionary show for Asian Americans. So Arden, I wanted to start off, your character is like a big deal, not only for like just you being on this TV show, but like the character is a really strong portrayal of an Asian female on TV that I don't think a lot of people really realize just how like powerful she is.
Right, so if you haven't seen the show, Kira is a kitsune. She's also a normal high school student. Well, not so normal because she has supernatural powers. But I think one of my favorite things about Kira is that she's very strong. She has just this character that just really cares about not only her friends, her pack, the family. And so I love that as a minority, as Asian Americans, we don't often get to read for roles that are leads. We don't often get to read for roles that are, I guess, progressive in that way, and so it's exciting to play a character like that.
You're basically a superhero. You know when I knew it was really impactful? When you were on the theme song. Like, you know, every character has their own little moment.
Yeah.
As soon as you were on the theme song, I was like, I think it's a handful of times like an Asian actor has been right in the opening credits.
Actually, an interesting anecdote you brought up before is that like actually when you go out to these Teen Wolf conventions and you do meet your fans, it's interesting that actually a big part of the fan base actually is not, you would imagine that there'd be more like maybe Asian females that would be coming up to you.
And it's interesting because I feel like every time I go, I'm really excited. I'll see like a few Asians, maybe like a couple. And I think it's just the fact that a lot of Asian Americans are more predominantly focusing on maybe other shows or YouTube content. A lot of my fans will come up and they'll be like, where did you go? You stopped making videos and what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm on a show. You can watch it on TV. And then they're like, you're on a TV show?
I feel like that if Asian people are watching this show, like they know themselves as an Asian American, but like I feel like that for like non-Asians to see you and to like represent to such a non-Asian base, that like it's a really powerful thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love that. I love that, you know, we are essentially characters that our race has nothing to do with it. I mean, yes, Kira's family and her powers sort of touch on her Japanese heritage and her background, but at the same time, she's just a normal girl, or normal teenager in the supernatural world.
Another cool thing is that the show not only explores you, but your family, your father, Ken, and your mom, Noshiko. Can you tell us a little bit about that dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think some of my favorite scenes are with my family. My mother is played by Tamlyn Tamita, who is just phenomenal. She is such an amazing actress, and my father is played by Tom Choi, who is so funny and great. I love the dynamic between both actors, and just really as a family, as a whole, I love that they make our family just fun.
One of the things that I actually really like about the show is that they really go out of their way, that they could have easily like just portrayed your family as just Japanese or just Korean or just like anything else, but they made it a mixed family. And so your mom plays Japanese, and that your dad is Korean, and that like and that you are like a mixed racial like character.
Right, and what I love about it is it gives our family a lot of layers. Like there's episodes that talk about the history of our family as well as why we took the last name Yukamura, even though my father is Korean and that Yukamura last name is my mother's last name. So they talk about sort of the Japanese culture and that, and I think it's really beautiful and great.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to touch on is actually this idea that again, the show really goes out of its way to like integrate like Asian and Asian American history into this teen drama show, which is crazy because I feel like again they easily could just kind of ignore it and like just have like focus on other storylines.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it earlier, but definitely the World War II episode. I think it was so exciting to sort of have an episode that revolves around the Yukamuras. And so fun to sort of hear the history of my mother, who's 900 years, who sort of lived through all of these, you know, phases in life and kind of come to where she is, and then talking about the history of the kitsune and the onis and all this sort of mythology in that. I thought it was just so exciting and beautiful.
Those creatures existed before Teen Wolf. right?
Right.
Like, yeah, like I didn't know what a kitsune was, or
I know,
like
I
there was a
didn't either.
thunder one, or
no,
a
but it's so
fire
funny
one.
as I speak to like a lot of my friends in Japan. They're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, these are common mythologies. Like we grew up with them, and so I was like, oh, it's been so fun to learn about it and sort of research and kind of understand it.
The show also doesn't poke fun at, like, doesn't make Asian jokes at the expense of being Asian.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, definitely not. I think that's one thing I love too. Both my parents don't have accents. They're incredibly intelligent. My dad is a professor and also a history teacher. My mother is incredibly wise and smart and strong. And I actually like, one thing I mentioned too is I love that they make her fashionable and sexy. Not sort of like this, you know, tiger mom that's all conservative. They're both attractive and fun.
Yo,
and
Tamlin's
charming.
hot, man. Yeah.
And of course, Tamlin's hot. But Tom's hot too. You gotta give him love too.
Yo, Tom's hot too. Shout out to Tom.
So those are 3 great ways Teen Wolf is being progressive for Asian Americans on TV. Arden, do you want to add anything to that?
I mean, thank you guys for, I guess, you know, being interested in the topic, and thank you guys who watch Teen Wolf. If you don't, I hope you guys check it out. Otherwise, I think for me, it's just, I love having conversations like this because I think it's so important that we support one another. And, you know, I'm a huge fan of a lot of TV shows and movies out there, but I always try to DVR and watch all the shows with other Asian Americans because in the end of the day, if you want to see more Asians on TV, you've got to watch their shows, you got to support their work because ratings do matter. I feel like if the whole Asian community came together and watched and supported these shows, we'd have way more Asians on TV. And so I think for me, it's really important that you guys do watch our content and follow the actors, and hopefully we'll have more Asian Americans on TV and it won't be an issue.
So hopefully everybody enjoyed this conversation. Arden, where can we watch Teen Wolf? What time?
Well, Teen Wolf is on Tuesday nights now, 8, 9 Central on MTV, and you can watch it online as well.
All right, go binge that. Go binge it
Binge it.
immediately. Go do
Stream
it.
it.
We gotta find out what happens to Kira.
Teen
Oh, I
Wolf and
know.
Chill.
Gotta find out.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me, Arden, and Dan online.
Make sure to subscribe to ISAtv for more great content. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode we did with Arden Cho today. I think it was really important that we did this. Arden and I actually were talking about this. We had a long conversation about just Asian Americans in the media. Because I think about MTV like when I was younger, and that like
so different.
it was so different. And like I'm trying to think about like any like shows that really addressed like any kind of Asian American issues, and I really can't think. Comment below if you can think of anything. So make sure to click on the links around us. We want you guys to subscribe to the channel for more conversations like this. We got a lot more coming up. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Mike Bow, any final words?
If you can't be a director for a new show, become the friend of a director for a new show. Clearly, that's the way.
That's the number one. Like, that's the final lesson.